It was the dawn of ages, when there was nothing, not sand or sea, nor calm waves. There was no earth or heaven above. It was Ginnungagap, and there was no grass anywhere, before earth. Niflheim was created to the north of the void, a cold place from which icy winds blew. To the south of the void was Muspelheim, where eternal fire burned and hot sparks flew therefrom, and a terrible river flowing of rotten poisonous fluid. This substance ran from the river and was frozen solid by the winds of Niflheim, and there grew a great column of sickly ice. It rose far and reached against Muspelheim, where the hot air made the hoarfrost into a mild, temperate mist. There grew a Jotun, Ymir, the first of his kind. From the sweat of his armpits and feet emerged his kin, the hoarfrost trolls. Evil they are, like their father. The next to be created from the mist was a cow, Audumbla. From her udders there ran rivers of milk, from which Ymir drank. The cow licked the salty rocks of hoarfrost for sustenance. The first day she licked, there emerged the hair of a man. The second day she licked, there emerged his head. And on the third day, there emerged the entire man. He is called Buri. He was beautiful and strong. He fathered a son called Bor, who got a wife called Bestla, daughter of a Jotun. They had 3 sons. One was called Odin, the second Vilje, and the third Ve. The 3 sons of Bor killed the evil Jotun Ymir, and his gushing blood drowned all the hoarfrost trolls, except for Bergelmir and his wife. From this couple, all the world's frost trolls descend. Bor's sons took the corpse of Ymir out to Ginnungagap, and from it they created the world. From his blood they made the seas and lakes. Earth was made from his flesh, mountains from his bones. Stones and cairns they made from his teeth, molars and bones that were crushed. From his skull they made the heavens, placed above the earth. And in each corner of the world they placed the dwarves Ostri, Westri, Nordri, and Sodri to lift the sky. They took wild hot sparks from Muspelheim and placed them in the heavens so that they shone unto the earth. They arranged for them to travel across the sky. From Ymir's hair they made the trees. From his brow they made Midgard for the sons of man, and from his brain they made the clouds. One day, when the sons of Bor were walking along the beach, they found 2 trees. From them they made humans. They gave them breath, life, consciousness, and movement. They gave them countenance, speech, hearing, and sight. They gave them clothes and names. The man they called Ask, and his wife Embla. From them the kin of man grew forth, those who were to live in Midgard. Then the sons of Bor built a fortress for themselves called Osgard. There the gods lived with their kin, and from there came many interventions over the earth. Within it there is a place called Lidskjalf. When Odin the All-Father sat on the throne there, he gazed upon all the worlds. He could see every human and what they were up to. His wife was called Frigg, and from their union came the divine kin called Aesir. He is called All-Father because he is the father of all the gods and all the humans. The earth was both his daughter and his wife, and with her he sired his first son called Thor. He is both powerful and strong. That is why he is victorious over all that is living. A Jotun called Navi had a daughter called Night. She was dark as blackness itself. She married Delling of the Aesir, and they had a son named Day. He was fair and beautiful, like his kin. All-Father took Night and Day and sent them up to heaven. He gave them horses and chariots so that they would ride across the sky. Night rides in front on the horse Rimfaxi. Every morning, dew from its mouth falls down on the earth. the horse day rides is called Skinfaxi. The air and sky lights up when he gallops across heaven. There was a man named Mundilfari. He had 2 children. They were so beautiful and mild that he chose to name them Sun and Moon. Such arrogance angered the gods, so they took his children and placed them upon the sky. Sun was set to ride the horses that dragged the spark from Muspelheim intended to light up the world. Moon controls the movement of the dim spark that has the power over the tide. 2 wolves chases Sun and Moon. This is why they have such haste across the sky. These wolves were born from the Jotun witch of the Iron Forest. She has birthed many children, all in the guise of wolves. One of them, called Manigam, is said to become stronger than all of his kin. He feasts on the life of dying humans. He will swallow the moon and fill the sky and air with reeking blood. Thus the sun will cease to shine, and the winds will become restless and howl from every direction. This is foretold in the prophecy of the seeress. In the center of the world there is a great ash tree. It is called Yggdrasil and is the best of all trees. Its branches reach towards the ends of the earth, and its roots stretch immeasurably far. One of these roots ends where the frost trolls dwell, where Ginnungagap used to be. Below this root, the well of Mimir can be found. Within it, all wisdom and understanding is hidden. Mimir, the guardian and keeper of the well, drinks from it and thus is very wise. All-Father came there once and asked to have a sip from the well. Mimir would not let him drink until he offered one of his eyes. Another of Yggdrasil's roots is upon the sky, and beneath it the well called Urdar. Near this well is a beautiful hall in which 3 maidens live. They are called Urd, Verdandi, and Skuld. These divine maidens create life for humans. They are called Norns. For each child that is born, a new Norn appear to create life for them. Some Norns are good and makes life easy and bountiful for their creations. Some are evil. These are the hosts for the less fortunate humans. Near the northern end of the sky sits a Jotun called Reisvelga, the swallower of corpses. He is in the guise of an eagle, and when he beats his wings, the wind is created. He is so strong that his wings make the seas rage and fire burn bright. There are 12 Aesir of divine kin. Odin is the oldest and greatest of them. He rules over all matters, and however strong the other gods may be, they still serve him, like children serve their father. Frigg is his wife. She knows the fates of all men, even though she is no seeress. Odin is the All-Father, but he is also called Valfather, because those that fall in battle becomes his dearest sons, as he takes them into his hall, Valhall. When they reach him in his hall, they are called Einherjar. Thor is the strongest of the Aesir and of all the humans. He dwells within Bilskrini, the largest hall of them all. He has 2 rams that pull the chariot he rides. He has his valuable hammer, Mjolnir, crusher of many a frost troll skull. He has his belt, which makes him twice as strong when he wears it. He has gloves of iron that he uses to grip his mighty hammer. Another of the Aesir is called Balder. Of him there are only good words to be said. He is so fair and beautiful that from him shines light. He is both wise, well-spoken, and benign. Njord is the name of another god, though he is of the Vanir kin. He rules over weather, wind, sea, and fire. He is to be called upon with matters of seafaring, hunting, and gathering. He is rich and has much to give. Njord's wife is Skadi. She is the daughter of a Jotun. She likes to dwell in the mountains where she can hunt with bow and ski. Every 9th night this couple change their dwelling between sea and mountain. Njord has 2 children, Frey and Freya. They are beautiful and strong. Frey is great among the Aesir, as he rules over rain and sunshine, and thus over the yield of the earth and the harvest. He is the one to call upon for a good year and peace. Freya is also great among the Aesir. Half of all battle-slain men go to her hall. The rest go to All-Father. When Freya is out on travels, she rides her chariot dragged by cats. From her name, the title of all good wives derive, Fru. She is to be called upon for matters of love and desire. There is also an Aesir named Tyr. He is the boldest and bravest of them all. He rules over those that wish to be victorious in war. Daring men should sacrifice to him. When the Aesir had lured the ferocious wolf Fenrir to them, Tyr put his hand in the wolf's mouth on the promise that they would not deceive the beast. The gods did, by imprisoning him in chains. Thus Fenrir bit Tyr's hand off. Another god is called Bragi. He is wise, well-spoken, and excel in the art of poetry. From his name derives the act of bragging. His wife is called Idun. She has a basket of apples that the gods eat in order to not age. This way they stay young and beautiful until Ragnarok. Heimdall is the name of a great god. He is called the White Aesir. He guards the bridge to Asgard called Bifrost. He needs less sleep than a bird. His vision is as good at night as in the day, and he can see 100 miles ahead of him. He can hear the grass grow, and everything that is louder. He has a great horn named Gjallarhorn, which can be heard in all the worlds. There is another Aesir, although he is not counted as being among the 12 great gods. Some call him the tattletale among gods, the origin of falsehood, the disgrace of gods and men. His name is Loki. He is beautiful and mild to look upon, but evil and ill-natured at heart. But one trait he bears over all others, cunning. And this he uses for all purposes, including causing trouble and strife for the other gods.